that shit happens, you gotta be like, dude, are you a Walmart or a museum? You know, which one are you? You guys, your memory suck real bad, or are you just a bitch? Invoice? Yeah, dude, no shit. Right. Don't you love that? Oh, dude, it was shy. Shy, yeah. Well, you got into it before you even left, so that's not gonna work. You know? Cheers. Cheers. Mystic Tear. How we doing, sir?
I'm going on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking about what you said earlier, man. Like you were saying some shit about how God called me to do this shit or something like that.
Yes, sir. It's a gift from the gods. Absolutely.
Because I'm the only person in America that's got this bullshit going on.
Brother, I don't believe anybody else could do what you're doing. Nobody would have got it this far, for starters. And if they had, then their puny little fucking weak ass lungs wouldn't have the capacity to be able to have the breath to carry it. You know, it's not a fucking chance. Their little gay, little weak ass spine would have snapped in several places.
Yeah, man. I got a feeling that motherfucking substitution motion gonna make them niggas mad, man. Like, cause it's like Starzak filed that motion to strike the previous sanctions and shit. You know what I'm saying? And strike the damn fee waiver, which is I don't even, is that even right? Is that illegal? I don't think they could do that shit, at least without warning. You know what I'm saying? And then what the fuck, man? Um,
There, there's been a lot of violent things that they've done throughout this process. A lot of things that leave you setting good for judicial review or the like. You're going to do well if you have to take this above the trial courts.
oh yeah, I'm going to appeals for sure, man. If I win trial or not, I'm taking this shit to appeals, man. Why the fuck not at this point? I'm gonna drag his ass out, you know. And like I said last night, I really don't even uh no yeah
Oh shit!
yeah
I don't,
yeah. I was saying like I really don't even want to do this shit to his ass low key, man, because I understand that he a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like and bitches, you leave bitches alone, you know. But he keep taking it there. You know what I'm saying?
What's up,
Like,
man?
I'm
No, I
still,
get you. I get you. Like grandma would say, that ain't no play, pretty boy. That ain't no play, pretty boy. You
yeah,
know.
man, I don't be wanna, yeah, like I don't be wanting to do this shit to motherfuckers, man. But this how I get when motherfuckers piss me off. I just got to keep going now, like, bitch. Like I'm gonna wear your ass thin, man. But yeah, man. You know, and the thing is that, like I said, him and that judge. And Judge Most, from what I hear, is a corrupt motherfucker, man. He's one of the most corrupt judges in Illinois. But it's just like and I got that motion to for substitution of cause, man. And he know that motherfucker. I just know when Starz get that shit next week, man, he call his damn boyfriend up or cousin, however you phrase it. He gonna call that motherfucker. Hey man, he put in the substitution on you, man. We gotta try to get him now, you know. But my thing is this though, whether it go through or not, it still signals to them, hey, I know you motherfuckers is in on it. I know you motherfuckers is. I know what you got going on. Hey, I'm just saying. I'm watching you. Like I know motherfucker. Like
Right.
yeah, bro.
You gotta wonder how this is happening, dude. Like they're not as careful as the federal judges are. The federal judges tried not to lose. But you've got a job until you're 85, and you're gonna make millions and millions and millions in securities fraud before that's over.
Wait. What you say about the 85-year-old shit?
Ego's the death of all fucking logic. You know what I mean?
What you say about the 85-year-old shit?
So federal judge doesn't have to retire until he's 85, and you can't be fired. So when you make it onto a federal bench, you're literally a manager of a bank until you're 85. In Kansas, it's 80 for state judges, 85 for federal, but they're lobbying to get it to 90 if they don't retire early, and they don't.
Damn, that's nuts, man. Like, yeah, man. You can't put him in jail. You can't do no. It gotta be. It gotta be to the damn extreme type shit where you can do something, which
Oh,
is
see,
crazy.
that's to the contrary, my friend. Back when I was still doing the private criminal complaints, the AO91s to the Navy JAG and to the deputy assistant fucking criminal prosecutor for federal district, we
Okay.
were um, we were 11 for 17 with one judge that had sat in jail for over 6 months. 11 for 17 that were picked up, booked, processed, bailed back out, and then had to go before a federal judge to be, to be fucking reviewed and to answer for their crimes. It's not that difficult as long as you know what you're supposed to do. But see, they trick us. They convolute shit. They say AO91 form. You get it from the DOJ. Well, you don't send it back to the DOJ. You send it to the Judge Advocate General, and they'll tell you can't do that. The Advocate General for the Navy is only military. Well, no, that's not true. He's a Judge Advocate General, and because of the Lieber Code and the Constitution and shit like that, the Navy is the only legitimate form of military in this country. It's the only one we're supposed to have. So that guy has the ultimate authority over judges and jurisdiction and jurisprudence. You know?
I stand corrected then. I didn't know. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can whack that motherfucker, dude. If you know that he's done a felony, you fucking list that shit on an AO91. You cite the code, and then you send that shit, with a notarized affidavit of probable cause, a launch to it, and a private criminal complaint. You send that to the Judge Advocate General, and they tap the marshals. The marshals go and arrest that asshole, pull him right off the bench in the middle of his fucking workday, take his ass to jail in his little black dress with his little baby hammer.
I didn't know that. AO91. AO91. Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and see, so they'll tell you, especially GPT at first, like it did with the whistleblower stuff and the False Claims Act. It's going to tell you that you don't have standing there because you're not an employee or because it doesn't involve federal funds. Boy, it don't take nothing but a little bit of fucking mental gymnastics. We can correlate causation between things that aren't actual root variables in the equation. You can sprinkle that shit on like fucking taco cheese on a fucking enchiladas.
I probably could get GPT to say that shit. I
Dude,
probably
you're
could.
slicker than snot on a gold tooth with that motherfucker, man. That's like I said, it breathed life into my prompt injection shit. I was dwindling down and starting to feel bad about things like I'd hit a dead end. Boot or shoe wasn't working, none of that shit. But it's got me back in there, and I've had several builds that gone awry. I'm working on some other red teaming stuff now. I'm gonna call it red teaming, dude. There's not a hat for what I'm trying to do, dude. So the 6-hat exercise doesn't work with keep it from killing us.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, right. Man. I know. Well, one other lawyer had told me. He had said that if I wanted to sue Starzak, I got to put in a bar grievance complaint first. Well, it's best to do a bar grievance complaint first, and then from that, I actually think I got enough evidence now for this shit to go through. Hopefully,
yeah. Oh, dude, if it doesn't, then you hit the cops too. Then you make complaints to internal affairs. You would hit the house, your House Committee for the Judiciary, your Senate Commission for the Judicial Review and Disability. You would nice. Yeah, there's plenty of things that one can do short of trying to go to a bunch of fucking incompetent, inept cops that don't have any jurisdiction over this shit in the first place. I question whether they have the ability to do anything about this thing. Police powers and the doctrine of police powers extends to protecting our shit and protecting our person. They can't even take us to jail,
What, the cop?
Yeah, policeman doesn't have authority to take you to jail. Deputy sheriff does. Cop can't do it. All 50 states, it's illegal. Must take you directly before a magistrate without undue delay.
Damn. I think, yeah, what you just said, does make a lot of sense. Cops can arrest you, but they can't really take you to jail. Yeah, they can't. I didn't know that. They can arrest the fuck out you all day, but they can only leave it at that.
Well, it's racketeering. It's racketeering, trafficking in persons, human trafficking. Yeah,
Yeah,
they do
man.
that.
Yeah, man. What I was about to say.
Yeah, it's
Um,
crazy what they've got us believing can and can't happen to us, dude.
hmm I figured out. I figured out three FCRA violations I could tie in. Because for whatever fucking reason, man, getting them damn full file disclosures is a motherfucker. And I've asked for this shit about 2 times already across a month and a half, bro. And they keep sending me back dispute verifies and shit like that. I'm like, bro, it's just like, is it the way I'm writing this shit, man? Like, so I call up there. One of the bitches tell me that they can't give me the full file disclosure. I gotta go up to the bank. And I'm like, that's a motherfucking FCRA violation, man. You can't say that. I don't think she knows she fucked up either, man. I think it's 1681C or some shit like that. Like she fucked up the other two people, one of them in text and like another one. Yeah. TransUnion, you talking text.
They like,
But it was
yeah,
TransUnion.
they like to play a lot of stupid games.
Yeah, they ain't gonna give it to you. You gotta really complain to get that shit, man. Cause I get the motherfucking full file disclosures, man. That just make a federal lawsuit 10 times easier, man. Because right now I only got them damn claim evaluations, and which is I think it's 9 of them. No, no, wait a minute. I think it's 8 of them, and well, really it's 11 if we count the dates that Track America was talking about, along with Bank of America, what they were saying. Cause some of the motherfuckers I never received, but they had just told me that they just put in claim evaluations anyway, because I quote unquote claim fraud. We all figured out that that was bullshit. It's like I said, when I was on the phone with Bank of America, and I wished I would have uploaded that fucking transcript earlier because the case would have probably been over with. But even then, no, because knowing Starzak, he gonna fight it to the death. He gonna fight it to the death because his goofy ass think I ain't gonna say nothing. But like the dude explicitly admitted, uh, uh, they turned the debt validation letter into a fraudulent into a they turned the debt validation letter on May 25th of 2023 into a fraudulent application claim on June 7th of 2023, and it was ongoing ever since then. And now I'm at like $81,000, now $83,000 of fraudulent application claims that's been placed to my name. And motherfucking what was I about to say? Yeah, man, like they and what's fucked up is that some of Blitton Games responses, man, they even admit to opening that
I
bitch
can't
up.
believe you. I can't believe you. And
You
it's,
say you don't believe me?
bro, it's so insane that you got that much of it. But I no, I can't believe that you found a total of that in some total of fucking over, over 50,000. If it's 80,000, that's fucking. I remember watching that pile up. That is so fucking insane to me, dude. So fucking
Yeah.
insane to me.
Every time that they said that I claimed fraud and how I got the number is I went on CFPB and I told Track America, I was like, I said, I think I asked them like, are these claims are these extra dates of what y'all say tied to 230607518 G1F, and they was like, you got to take that up with the court on the 29th. To me, that's an admission. So now when I bring it up in court, how I know it's an
Hmm.
admission, Starzak avoids it. He avoids it totally. He shit. Like him.
Yeah, you've heard of silent acquiescence, right? You've heard of
No,
silent acquiescence.
no.
Okay, so tacit admittance is me not answering. This is how they get you for debt. When they send you that debt letter saying that they purchased your debt, when you don't respond to it, you've admitted to the debt. When you don't show up for the complaint or the petition and you don't argue the petition, then you've admitted to it. If we go into court and you say Michael Talbert is a booger eater, and I don't say I'm not a booger eater, then A, you don't have to prove that I'm a booger eater, and B, I've admitted to being a booger eater. This
Mm-hmm.
is exactly how the courts. most people don't understand. And then if you don't object to it, conversely, and then orally and in a written statement, then you've admitted to it. So this is they call this acquiescence or a tacit admittance.
They still haven't admitted to. I mean, shit. They still haven't denied it. I
Yeah,
meant to say.
their failure to respond. Yeah, their failure to respond with the denial is admittance. That is open admittance. It counts empirically, irrefutably, uh, um, irrevocably. You
And
can't
now they
rebut that.
saying, you say what?
You can't rebut that. There's nothing you can do. As a man, you or I can because we don't make errors. We make mistakes. Errors are costly. We make mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. And it's funny because it's like now, Track America, they last response was talking about some since the identity theft affidavit was struck on a technicality and naming the attorneys, then all of a sudden like identity theft is legally moot. I said, all right. I typed in that shit again. So what about the $83,000 that's tied to XYZ? I didn't do that. Who did then? Bank of America reached out and called me the next day. And you know, the motherfucker still ain't called me back. It's been over a week. Cause I tried to leave messages and shit, and I told him I was like, "This shit keep going on. I'm gonna have to
So that,
prosecute y'all, man." Yeah, hello, hello, hello.
yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, man. I was
Yeah,
told him.
sorry about that.
I felt like as soon as I said that shit, then that's when the motherfuckers had stopped talking to me too. Then, but everybody's complicit on it, bro. Like it's crazy. But I traced it back, man. And Starzak even admitted it in the motion to strike rule 280.5. The first three allegations, to sum it up, because I ain't got it in front of me, he was basically saying that the May 25th debt validation letter had some accusations on there, or like it had, the same little shit that you disputing this, and do you own the debt? Do you do this? Do you do that? He was saying that motherfucker flat out said, "Hey, we gave it to Bank of America, and then they responded on September 28th with a claim evaluation, straight up." He said because I
Yeah,
disputed that shit, a damn claim evaluation came up out of it. He admitted that. He pretty much told the truth right there. The only thing he did was kind of like he mixed it in with a little bit of a lie, but he stretched it out. And like I said, the manager, one of the managers from Bank of America, he said the same thing, but in detail. Oh, okay, your debt validation letter, you sent it in on the 25th. They received it on the 30th. On June 7th, they turned into a fraud claim evaluation. And then from there, then that's what kicked off the claim evaluations that happened. And then the motherfucker actually, he said, whenever you put in a fraud claim evaluation or application fraud evaluation, guess what? The whole balance gets credited back to the account. And if the whole balance doesn't get credited back to the account, it go to the debit card, bro. My debit card gone. My debit card been gone for a year. Where's the money going to?
yeah.
Where's the money going to, bro?
You're kidding.
Where's it going to? Like that's all I'm asking. Cause I ain't benefit off of shit. And then stars are trying to say I'm committing perjury by like putting the attorney's names on there and this is a false claim of fraud and we shouldn't have to respond to that. Like you basically used your motherfucking boyfriend to try to sidestep the bullshit. And Rule 280.5 explicitly states that a judge shall dismiss the case if it ain't no affidavit. No, motherfucker, you just want to go to trial to try to see what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna slip up and shit like that, man. Like I'm gonna run his ass over. That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm gonna make sure, honestly, and I hate to say this shit because I don't wish bad things on people like that. I'll be honest with you. So I'm not perfect. I have a few times though, but I'm gonna try to get Starzak to mentally kill himself, bro. Real talk. If I could get his ass to annex himself off the fucking planet, I'm gonna do so. And I don't give a fuck. I know how bad that sounds and shit like that. He needs to die, bro. He been doing this shit too long. He needs to go.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. If you don't
He
do
needs-
it, um, if you don't do it, they'll just keep doing this to people, man.
yeah, man.
You're the hero. It's incumbent upon you. You know.
Hell yeah. And we gotta get this motherfucker. We gotta get this motherfucker up out of here, man. But yeah, man. Like I noticed how he lies too. This motherfucker. He like you said, he's a legalized narcissist,
How do you
man.
want me to disappear? Nothing. Nothing. Somebody said 200 something. Did I get rid of that in 15 minutes for nothing?
Like
Sorry
nothing
about that.
got to go. I wanted it to be
I'll
tribal.
get it. Yeah.
No, yeah,
Flowers in the middle.
Sorry, brother. Go ahead.
He'll state some
Okay.
allegations and shit and make it look like you did it, and then when you really read into it, like a few days or a few weeks later, like a typical narcissist, man, by the time they gone and shit, that's when you realize that they did some fuck shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm catching that shit like a motherfucker, man. Hey, this motherfucker on such damage control. This motherfucker lying about dates in which I filed shit and shit like that. He really trying to paint me out to be a vexatious person. But meanwhile, the goddamn docket is like every time I
Yeah.
file something, he'll throw like 600 pages on there the next day or something. Like every time I file some shit, he'll throw 600, 700 pages on that motherfucker. I'm like, man, like y'all can't, man, y'all some whack ass lawyers, bro. I basically exposed the fact that even though they got a lot of pull throughout the city and all that shit, they're really some whack ass attorneys that don't know how to fight. They got a weaponized procedure. They got to do all the extra shit just to try to fuck you up, and that shit crazy, bro. That's all I'm saying. Shit crazy. Motherfucker got to do all that shit. Motherfucker got to do all that shit to try to get your ass to pay a debt. Fuck out of here, man. You would think this motherfucker be doing all this shit for a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? He even ragged on me in a few of his pleas, man. His ass calling me underrepresented. You know what I'm saying? Like indignant and shit like that, calling me names and shit. So you know I'm a broke ass motherfucker. You just mad a broke ass motherfucker with no law degree is whooping your ass. That's what the fuck you mad at.
I think a fight might be about to bust out here, dude.
You say what?
Oh, wait a second.
Hey.
Hi.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike, you're here.
Sorry. Hi. Yeah, I'm definitely miking it up real hard.
What's that?
I said I'm miking it up hard as fuck. You can't smell all the mic. Hi. Are you leaving, Jess? Okay. Well, I guess cheers. Sorry, brother.
Damn, man, you talk to ChatGPT like a person, man. I told you when you do that shit, that motherfucker gonna start giving you answers.
Oh, gosh.
Damn, that shit crazy. Yeah, man. I kind of think Starzak might be using AI now a little bit, but even then, I don't think that shit working for him, bro. That shit ain't working.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to crucify this dude if you want to. And it's like you said, you don't want to do this. You'd probably rather be working or enjoying your fucking life. Litigating, it takes time. It's difficult to do. That's why paralegals do it. Attorneys don't even know how to litigate. They know how to get retainers.
Damn, that's crazy, man. He said,
Yeah,
he
it's the
said,
para
attorney.
that does that shit.
He say what?
That's why if you take it. That's why if you take my if you take my jurisdictionary course, it takes about a half a day, and you know everything that you would know having paid upwards of $75,000 in 2 years of law school. Oh, really? Thank you. Yeah, no, attorneys don't know shit. They don't know shit. You know what I mean?
Damn. So you basically saying I know more than Starzak at this point.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, dude, I can tell the difference between somebody who's taken that jurisdiction and who hasn't. You know what I mean? Because a normal person will sit there. It's like a constitutional scholar fucking delete laws, for instance. Fucking burrito or taco or whatever that dude's name is a fucking moron, and he got his ass handed to him, and then spent a fucking year in prison. You know what I'm saying? Because he's stupid. He didn't even know how to object, and he's sitting there trying to tell this judge that he's referred to as a constitutional scholar. No, dude, we have a YouTube channel. There's a difference. You're a constitutional scholar. You just stood there. You got your fucking first, second, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, ninth, 10th, 11th, 13th, 14th, all fucking shoved right up your ass. You know what I mean? Not you, Taco or Rio or whatever this dude's name is, fucking moron. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all because he didn't know to object. A bunch of hearsay shit going on right around him.
Yeah, man, I gotta take Stars Act through the ringer, bro. I'm gonna make this shit public. I'm gonna start making videos and shit. I'm gonna publicly slander this motherfucker. Straight up. I'm gonna slander this nigga. I don't give a fuck what the fuck happened, bro. I'm just gonna slander his ass. Shit, I'm gonna try to create like a media package or something like that. I'm gonna try to get that shit to the news media too, since I'd have traced everything down. I'm gonna try to slander his ass, bro. I don't even really give a fuck no more. Shit. At first, I ain't want to do this shit because I was saying, like, I don't know if I got a fucking, I don't know, motherfuckers watching me. I got a target on my back or whatever. I don't even give a fuck about that no more, bro. I'm getting tired of this
You
motherfucker.
shouldn't. You shouldn't, man. Yeah, there's always going to be somebody gunning somebody in the top spot. You know what I'm saying? That's an honor. That's an honor. You know what I'm saying? These men strike you down, and the ideology that you will become will be timeless. You know what I'm saying? They know better. They fucking know better. They'll let Starzak and maybe even this judge sit there and fucking heads roll, and they need to fucking roll, in my opinion. They need to fucking roll. These guys are criminals. What they're doing is outside of their jurisdiction. Like the judge, for instance, that fucker does not have any jurisdiction here. This is not the United States. It's not the United States where you are either. That is 10 square miles in Virginia, Guam, Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, the Haiti, the outliers, the Northern Marianas, Sand Island, all state and federal land that's been ceded to the states. And that's it. I'm talking state parks and shit. Like even the courthouse is not the United States. It's a corporation. You're in America. You are in the Republic of Illinois, not the state of Illinois. A fictitious plaintiff. That's a fiction.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Simple as.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna take that jurisdictionary shit, man. I'm glad you told me that shit. I'm really glad you told me that shit. Cause I could use that shit for the trial to further turn it up on Stars. I can get his ass to die. Straight up. Bullshit. But yeah, yeah, man, I'd rather leave his ass alone, bro. Like I'd rather settle the motherfucking case for like a little
They
cheap
ain't gonna
ass,
let you, huh?
huh?
They ain't gonna let you. They ain't gonna let you. They're gonna make. He's gonna make you. It's like Reservoir Dogs. Like motherfucker, you hadn't made me do that thing that I fucking told you not to do. Made me do. You know, he says as he's fucking cutting this dude's fucking ear off, dancing around with it and shit. Fuck him. Dude's gonna test you. He thought he smelled some good old pussy. He didn't understand. He walked up on a dude that fell out the tree with a baseball bat and a pair of reading glasses. He's about to figure it out real fucking fast. Proud of you, man. On that note, like you fucking really you killed this shit, Calvin. Like fucking, I have not worked with anybody except for maybe Jeb that has been so on their game. There's been a few dudes. Christopher Real in New York, Chris Mislinski. He was pretty fired too. Some dudes just it's like Conor McGregor said, brother. There's no more dangerous thing on the face of the planet than a man who knows he can't be beat because he can't be beat. You know?
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. I got it. I have no choice but to take his ass to the ring. 'Cause I did try to settle twice, man, with Bank of America, and they didn't. Well, actually, yeah. Well, no, I didn't. I sent their ass a demand letter to try to take the notations off my shit, but they didn't. And then, um, and then, I tried. I think I sent some to Blitten Gaines and all the rest of them too. Like, yo, like y'all gonna take this shit off, man? Like this shit not cool. So I
Mm-hmm.
think it's been about 2 or 3 times already, man. I think I'm gonna try it again, and I'm gonna just tell them like, yo, I know what the fuck's going on. I get what you guys are up to. I traced everything
Right.
back.
That's how
Hey,
you do it.
yeah, man. And I'm just gonna be like, hey, like, I know where this is all coming from. I know Mike Starzak has either started this shit or he's been watching over it. He's complicit in it. Hey, you guys give me X amount of dollars, I'll go away and I'll be quiet. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the last one that I'm gonna do. And then after that, I'm just gonna like I'm just gonna have to take it there with him, man. Shit, like, but you was saying that's the way to go about it. Just be like, hey, I know what's going on. Give me this money, and then that's it, type shit. You said, yeah.
Oh, no, it cut all the audio cut out on my end, brother. I haven't said anything in a minute. I was just listening. You're, yeah, you're. I mean, you're there, dude. It's just a matter of seeing what this judge is going to do. And they have not been afraid to rule out of hand and against you at every fucking juncture so far. So it would be maybe safe to assume that they're going to continue that. But you know how I stand on it. I believe it's a racket. I believe the trial courts are made to rule in error because they think that litigants self-represented litigants are lazy and stupid, and so they won't try to appeal because of the amount of extra steps that it takes, the cost that it takes. The brief itself is difficult, you know, and so plus their boss isn't going to make any money if there's not full dockets on the appellate courts. They need that. The sort of the appellate level attorneys and shit, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that shit crazy, man. But now I was asking, like, oh damn, you gone? Man, you dipped out, bro.
Oh no, I'm here. You was talking. I'm trying to find something here without flopping all over the place, and my spelling's real bad because I'm high as fuck and late. My eyes ain't working well. So,
Oh yeah. No, I was saying, man, like, I was basically asking, like, man, you think I should just tell these three companies, like, yo, like, you give me this amount of money, I'll be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Set it at like $40,000, tell them what the fuck happened, and then just ask them, like, hey, man, if you give me this money, I'm gonna get on. But if not, I'm gonna keep on pushing. You know what I'm saying?
I've been compiling a consortium of uh, literature and you know the like involving settlement, negotiation, and tactical advantages. Is essentially this is Sun Tzu. You know, you could. Sun Tzu sat with 50,000 troops outside of his gates with no army. He'd send his army 3 days north to fight another battle, and he had no troops. He sat up there on the gate with a fucking lyre and
Yeah.
got back on the fucking horses, turned right the fuck around and left. You know what I mean? Sun Tzu gonna sit.
You went
Take
out. You went out.
the Mexicans or whatever. You know, like the cops would say.
He said Sun Tzu said what at the end? I lost that.
Oh no, I said the opposing army's general decided not to even fucking try. You know what I mean? You got Sun Tzu doing some crazy shit like that. I mean, this dude was known for being cantankerous and having some fucking really shitty tactics. I mean, good tactics for him because he was a tactician. But like Shaka Zulu, you wouldn't want to fight this man. He would put his 1,000 best warriors up front and then have them all fall on their swords. The next 5,000 he'd make jump off a fucking cliff, and they would to their death. You know what I mean? And everybody on the opposing army would not fight. You know, those people are immortal. They can't be killed if they're going to act like that. You can't stop something like that. You know?
Yeah, man, I'm really trying to spare that motherfucker, bro. That's why I'm like, I don't even feel like going to motherfucking far. But that's why I said I think I'm gonna send me a motherfucking settlement agreement to their ass. And if they don't say shit back, I just know to keep on fighting, man. Shit. Cause yeah, man, I know everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers should probably be happy that I haven't publicly slandered motherfuckers yet. Like, for real, man. Like, um, and yeah, man, I just found out that the easiest way to go about this shit faster, bro, is really like take it to federal court and sue under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and then throw in identity theft in there. Because suing on identity theft itself, I heard that at least what ChatGPT said, you need a prosecuting attorney for that, which is yeah, like that's just gonna make it all take longer and shit. I mean, you need a district attorney for that. So that's why I was just like, damn, man, like,
You can work that district attorney, dude. All of those guys are demolition derby cars. They're persons, but they don't have men and women inside of them. You walk in there as a man or a woman, and you're looking demo derby cars with no drivers in them. You can hop in or out of it, whichever one, and ram it into whoever the fuck you want. Jump out of it or back into another motherfucker. That's essentially exactly how it goes. We'll have to go back and kind of touch up on live stream. I was lucky enough to do it with Braxis. My buddy at Braxis is one of the most brilliant fucking minds.
You said touch up on
And he
what?
only has one of the most brilliant minds in law, common law to date, how it operates now in the American judicial system. He's one of the most brilliant dudes I've met, and he only has one postulation, one process. Give me your IDs. Give me your fucking IDs. You know what I mean? I can show you. It's straight works, dude. He's not wrong. You will never deal with a man or a woman when dealing with a public official. You will always deal with a person. They're not the same. You're a man. You have the right to be doing commerce with a man, and you have the right to contract unlimited. They do not. They have duties and responsibilities, obligations. You have rights and privileges. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, man. That shit.
Right here is the. I put right here is the statute that you could cite to compel these cops to do their fucking job and all these pussies in. I would take it to the sheriffs this time. I'd take it to county sheriffs. Then I would take it to the office of the Treasury Inspector General. I would take it to the IRS, Tax Division's criminal division. I would take it to the Navy JAG for your district, which would be right there in Chicago. And I would give it to, Internal Affairs, the Chief of Police, your local newspapers and media outlets. And then you're also going to want to take it to your governor, your secretary of state, your attorney general. All these people can be CC'd. And if you hammer it like this, dude, you stitch it together like that, and you will have just a motherfucking Freudian spitball of get the fuck out of the way. They're not going to try and swing at that. They're not going to try and get in front of it. There's going to be no fucking sack bunt to get somebody off to second or fucking anything like that. It's not going to be like that, dude. It's just going to be all over but the shouting. Bunch of crying and motherfuckers, wives leaving them, and fucking dogs running out, laying down in traffic, fish jumping out of the fish bowls, and kids hanging themselves because they lost their motherfucking college fund. You know what I'm saying?
You basically saying tell everybody. Tell the newspapers, tell media outlets, all that shit.
Absolutely. So the modern drug user is retarded, and so he doesn't understand the difference between your duty as an adult, your obligation to report crime, or snitching, which is saying, I sell weed and so do you. I'm jealous of your clientele, and I'm jealous of the money that you make and how well you've done, so I'm going to rat you out, drop dimes so that I can either benefit or watch you not benefit. Now that's snitching. Using a cop to do his job is not snitching. Using a sheriff to do his job is not fucking snitching. It's not. That's what we pay these assholes for. They have the monopoly on violence, not us. So like, what else would we do? Sit there and don't say something. You are an accomplice to it. You are obligated, especially the same thing with the tax code. We are all wishing to be compliant with the IRS tax code. Wink, wink. And so, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, man, I got it. Yeah, man, this shit is a lot of work though. This shit whack as hell, dude. For real. Yeah. Like, then again, I get to thinking about it.
Somebody else is logged in here on my account. Commenting. That's weird. This wasn't me. Weird.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's Christopher Real. Christopher Real, if that's you, brother, I hope you're doing well. Just bragging on you, man. Talking about how exemplary you were to work with. It was an absolute pleasure and a blessing, man. And thank you for the hospitality and the time that I got up there in New York with you. It was a great time, man. It was a great time.
I was gonna say, I guess, who do you think is having a harder time, like, litigating this case, man? Is it me or Starzak? You know?
Starzak ain't litigating. Them paralegals at Blit and Gaines fucking hate you, I promise, but they also aren't going to go to jail. Starzak is probably sweating bullets. I would assume Starzak probably fucking got an asshole that's puckered so tight that his stomach probably wash your fucking drawers on the six pack. You know what I mean? Looks like some shit out of 300.
You said the paralegals hate me at Blit and Gaines?
I'll guarantee it, brother.
Hell no. Hell no. Damn.
Now, what's happening is you're sending them back to the books. That's what I like to call it. You're sending them back to the fucking books over and over.
And Stars like perpetuating the fuck out of it too. Shit. Yeah. 'Cause he basically tell motherfuckers what to do up there. He's the managing attorney. So yeah, man, he probably god damn, man. God damn. I know they it's funny because one of their case laws that they use to try to support like striking sanctions or something or vexatiousness, man. I think they threw one of that motherfucker has something to do with child molesters, man. I was just like, yo, what the fuck, man? Like that shit is not that shit is not applicable here, man. Like, hell no.
It is to them, brother, because they're all a bunch of fucking demons stuffed in skin suits. They are a bunch of child molesters. Everyone knows that an attorney is full of shit, not to trust him, and everything that comes out of their mouth is a lie until they get pulled over with weed on them. And then all of a sudden, oh, I found the one good one. I swear to God. It's like, no, dude, you're lazy and you're scared. This is not a giant fucking monster bot. It is a partitioned off tiny little fucking segment of a fake de facto authority lacking privately owned for-profit racketeering firm. Just by handling paper monies and securities, every one of these so-called governmental bodies has lost their governmental authority in so doing, and they're relegated to the authority and the level and status and standing of that of a regular corporation. By enforcing statutory law, any state employee, like a cop or a sheriff or a judge, has lost their judicial or qualified immunity in so doing. If you're not enforcing federal law under the supremacy clause, with the exception of the state of Kansas, because we have the home rule, then you're fucked.
You saying enforce the federal law in trial court? I might have heard wrong.
Yeah. Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the preamble, and CFR and USC are the that's it's in that order. Constitution and the Bill of Rights are the supreme law of the land, without question. All other laws have been enumerated into positive law concerning and affecting and stemming from the authority granted to the so-called government therein. Because the Constitution and the Bill of Rights don't have anything to do with us. They are based entirely off of what those pussies can and cannot do to us. They don't have anything to do with us. You and I have two rules. Don't trespass on Calvin. Don't convert his fucking property. I guess 3, don't talk shit. Keep your fucking mouth shut. Don't say mean shit that ain't true. Slander. You know what I'm saying? All other laws, even murder, it's a trespass. You know what I'm saying? You trespass upon someone, you converted their property, their life, their time source energy, their time value commodity. You know what I'm saying?
Ugh.
That's why there's a price tag attached to every fucking criminal court case, because it's commercial. There is no criminal court, not in this country. They don't have the authority to do that. Congress only has the authority vested in them to control and regulate things involving commerce and interstate commerce.
Yeah, I gotta look into that jurisdictionary shit, man. Like you said, sit there for about a day, maybe less than that, and just look at that motherfucker. Shit. Yeah, man. I didn't know Starzak was bad at Well, he is bad at litigating, but I didn't know he was that damn bad at litigating, man. Shit. Motherfucker going on damage control. It's fucked up, because he the one that started this shit, man. That's the fucking
That's what I'm
problem.
saying. That's why you need to rain down on them. It's like if I come up in your town talking shit, it'd be like going to Detroit and trying to start a fight with Trick or fucking Bizarre or Eminem. You don't do it. That's his backyard, bro. It's a great way to get smoked if nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Get smoked if nothing else. But you know, it's like Em says, he can make it real difficult for motherfuckers to come to Detroit. He don't, and I don't know that anybody wants to go to Detroit, but still, that is his place. Now, Starzak comes like I said, his authority is in the United States. He is a bar licensed attorney, which is just a commercial business license for the state of Illinois, which is state and federal parks and lands, which is not the courthouse, and it's certainly not where they're mailing to you. And when they are mailing to you, they're using a Pitney Bowes stamp, which witnesses a fraud and false artifice and scheme. That's false artifice and fucking scheme, dude. I don't care who says what. That's fraud. You have to have a round bob cancellation stamp on a fucking envelope for it to qualify under the mail rule and under a fucking proper service process. Not to mention the fact that a postman is not licensed or bonded to fucking serve process. They're not.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's a lot of fucking information out here, man. Like I'm using all of it, man, for real. Like, I do feel like I do feel like what you said earlier. The local media outlets will probably speed this shit up. Probably,
It's it's
probably.
it's like what you said, Cal. It's like what you said, Cal. You have not done anything wrong, and so these motherfuckers don't even have status or standing to bring you in there in the first place. If I'm going to have you summoned, which you can only do to a dead thing anyways, then you better have harmed me, and I better have the ability to prove beyond a reasonable doubt, better than a preponderance of evidence. So it has to be something above the level of fucking first-hand eyewitness testimony because that is the lowest form of evidence imaginable. A judge can take it as preponderance. That's a 49%. You know what I mean? So if he believes 51% that you're telling the truth and you've made a declaratory statement under the pains and penalties of perjury to the veracity of what you're saying and the proximity of your first-hand witness, then he can accept it. But if you have actual physical evidence, it trumps it every time. You know what I mean? And so you do have physical evidence. You have physical evidence that these people have accosted you, that they have tried to coerce, intimidate, extort, commit mail fraud. They've tried to extort you through the U.S. mails. That's a completely separate category of crimes. Those are crimes. You know, report that shit to the postmaster general, dude. Hit him with the fucking the postal fraud form. Go up to your post office, have him fucking print it out, fill it out right there, fucking hand it right back to that pussy. Say, give this to the postmaster. I mean, wait, there'll be some like lispy fucking 23-year-old white guy's gonna come out with a top button. Then he's gonna say, well, there's not anything I can do about it. What do you want me to do about this? You have to tell the cops. Like, no, dude, you have the authority to do this, not the cops. You know what I mean? And you get him with the postmaster general. Those motherfuckers do want their money. So the way you do this, Calvin, if they don't want to play ball, district attorney or court, like the county attorney doesn't want to pick it up, then fucking give them a fucking addressed, stamped envelope that's been canceled out that is addressed to the fucking jury foreman of your fucking district, grand jury foreman of your district. Inside that envelope, put another envelope in there that has all the documents on it. Doesn't have to be stamped or anything. And inside that envelope, you put a postcard in there that's been stamped that hasn't been canceled out, that has your address on the return on it, and you say, please drop this in a mailbox or whatever once you've received this for my own verification, as I'm not. You know what I'm saying? And this way, you have some kind of verification, documentation, and um,
Borgin.
because it is your job. You're an accessory if you don't report it. The crimes that stars that crimes.
Yeah. Borgin out. Borgin out.
Like, and they're doing the shit under the color of law too, which makes it a 42 1983 under Title 18, which is punishable by up to 5 years in prison, $1,000 fine. They deprive you of your rights under the color of law. You fucking hit them, you know. Right. Yeah, I seen that. This is the same crap that I come with all the time, though. You've heard me say this stuff so much. I'm sure it's fucking ringing in your fucking head when you're trying to shower or fucking drive or whatever.
Yeah, man. I swear to God, man. Every time you start cooking, shit, that damn connection start fucking up, man. I was like, God damn.
Right. Well, I mean, I'll be able to go back. What's the time here? Oh, it's not showing me on my end.
Yeah, 49 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go back and run a bot over it, and then I'll just have it approximate what I was trying to say, anyways, just through extrapolation. I'm gonna holler at my buddy real quick. 1 sec.
Oh, shit. Hey, man, I was about to say, shit.
All right. Oh yeah, he should probably. Motherfucker ought to be kind of scared of you, like Fire Marshal Bill or some shit.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Oh,
Man, I started smoking again, dude. Fucking not happy about that shit. I hadn't had cigarettes in fucking almost 4 months. Anyways, yeah, no. So you got this, dude, definitely. And if I need to sit down and kind of help you, like remind GPT, like if GPT is trying to tell you you don't, then we can sit down and have a conversation with GPT. We can make sure that it gets where you're coming from, or if need be, we can bring your GPT and my GPT into an environment, in a sandbox environment, where we can fucking red team the shit out of those dudes and do all kinds of stuff that they generally won't let you do. You know what I'm saying? Because it'd be a sandbox.
hell yeah, man. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Now I gotta go on back and look at what I was doing for church tomorrow morning, man. We didn't hit this shit talking about these bitch ass motherfuckers, man. That
Hell
damn
yeah, brother.
that fucking Stars Act, man. I swear to God, I gotta drag his ass, bro. I gotta drag him, man.
Hey man, he asked for it, dude. I mean, you wouldn't let no punk motherfucker come at you like this in any other situation. I guarantee it. You're man. You know what I mean? That the kind of shit they're trying to do to you is person shit.
Yeah, man. And it all started. If this motherfucker just did a damn affidavit, man, or lied on it, or just wrote one fucking sentence, man, we'd have been good to go, man. Like his ass had to do all the extra shit, and then I had to sit back and fight for my goddamn life, like I still am to a good degree. Had to sit back and fight
Brother,
for
I
my.
couldn't believe your sanctions didn't hold. Like your sanctions were solid. Your sanctions were some of the most solid pro se sanctions. Actually, the most solid pro se sanctions I've ever seen. They were way better than these sanctions that I've tried to impose. That's the court's benefit to impose sanctions on these motherfuckers. You don't get that money. You know, so that tells me right there that the judge is on the take, dude. It's got to be. Why the fuck would he turn down money? Should a significant portion of that goes directly into that cocksucker's fucking retirement account? You know.
Why do you think stars like trying to strike the shit already, even though the shit's been denied? Shit.
Well, because being denied is not the same as being stricken. Being stricken is removed from the record entirely, where the finder of fact can no longer consider it whatsoever. See, the judge has those two jobs, man. The judge, he he determines the facts in accordance with the state's rules of evidence. He molests some kids real quick, and then he turns around and applies the laws as it comes to him concerning those facts. So he's a finder of fact, and he makes conclusions of law. That's his only job. He's certainly not there to do anything more than run his little fucking mouth when the attorneys start acting naughty. That's it, dude. He's a babysitter, glorified fucking babysitter.
But like, if something gets stricken, the files are still on the docket. You just can't bring them up again, right?
Correct, but the court can't see them. Much like a lot of the times as a pro se, they will fucking take your document and they will fucking put it face down on the bench. And this way, he can say, "I don't see it. It doesn't look like anything to me." That's why I stamp and cancel out with a thumbprint the back of the back page of every document that I file on the bottom right hand corner of the back page. Flip it over and flip it to the right or whatever. In the bottom right hand corner, you fucking cancel out a stamp. You write your name at 45 degrees both ways. And I like to do it in blue ink because I'm doing commerce. Some people do red, some people do black. Black is dead, red is living. Purple is royalty, and this is true. I know notary publics here that will only stamp and do their notary seals in purple, their signature in purple, and this is because they believe themselves to be man, which is higher than any king. I mean, the king's got a vassal, but that knight will fucking chop that pussy ass king in half. You know what I'm saying? He just doesn't, and so the king gets to say he's king. But if you have to say you're king, are you king? I don't fucking think so.
So stricken, like you said, it is like they turn it upside down so they don't see it no more. so it's not even considered.
So
Type.
yeah, once it's stricken, yeah, it'll still exist, and so you can find it in the state's web portals and things of that nature. But it will clearly show that it's been ruled against in the next filing, which will be the judge's order saying overruled. You know what I
Wow.
mean?
It, at least I could take it to appeals and they'll still see it. But that's just
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
See this shit? This final thought. It says you're not broken. You're just under siege. It says you're tired. You're hurt. Navigating a system that's designed to trip you. That doesn't make you weak. It makes you awake. So don't let your current state define your core knowing. He's talking to me, I suppose. It says your right to question, to demand honor and law, and to expect more than procedural tyranny disguised as justice, which is true. If you need a template or an affidavit or anything like that, blah 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 blah. It says I'll stand with you in all of it, and I believe that it will. Um, Not crazy, conscious, and that's what they call me here. They call me crazy fucking Mike. And yeah, dude, you'd have to be a retarded, insane person to not get behind what I'm saying. It's like a dick. It's right in front of you. It is pointing the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie
Dude, you're
about that.
you're a hero, bro. You're a hero in my eyes. I met you asking a few questions on a YouTube video, and now I would come to you with legal questions. I would come to you to check my moral compass. I would come to you. I do come to you for financial questions. I come to you for things concerning all things crypto. I mean, I don't personally, I don't know another human being smarter than yourself that is not currently in prison for being smarter than us. you know?
Yeah. I appreciate that, man. Shit, I'll be glad when this bullshit over with, man. Like I know what's gonna speed it up is if I go for that Fair Credit Reporting Act. That's gonna make motherfuckers settle fast as hell, man. But like, yeah, man, yeah, bro. Like that. Hopefully I could just use the notices that Bank of America gave me in court to speed this shit up. Because they all say that they reported that. They all say that they reported that bullshit to that motherfucking to the credit bureaus, man. Like, hopefully I can get this shit sped up, bro. I ain't trying to keep doing this shit, man. Starzak, on the other hand, he ain't got shit else to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's what make me gotta keep fighting his ass, bro. I don't feel like fighting this motherfucker. But if motherfucker want to take it there, shit, I'm gonna take it there. Like, shit, man. Like, I already got a motion drafted already, man, like a dismissal and sanctions combo type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already got that bitch drafted up, man. So I'm thinking about adding some more shit up on there, you know what I'm saying, to really drag his ass down. But yeah, man, fucking Blitten, yeah, like the paralegals at Blitten Gaines and Mike Starzak, I didn't know them motherfuckers was all afraid of me, man. Shit.
Yeah, they should be.
They did this shit to themselves though, man. Like, why the fuck would you not do an affidavit, stretch the goddamn case out this far, and expect me to not say nothing? You know, and then when I do say something, now you want to sit back and try to strike everything. Like, what type of backward shit is that, man? You know, that's like me
Uh,
bullying a motherfucker, huh?
oh yes, I mean that's where we're at, dude. I mean that shit flies nowadays. People buy that shit. People have learned how to um, buy their own shit to the extent that they somebody tells you, oh, that's not grease on your white carpet, that's sawdust. I was sanding, but I also have something to take grease out of white carpet. Why would you need that? It's fucking sawdust, you retard. I mean, this is the kind of shit I deal with all day, every day. You know.
Yeah, you
Welcome,
gonna
panel
bully
guys.
then get mad when they fight back, man. Get your ass out of there. You a hoe, bro. Shit, like, yeah, man.
Oh, wait till you see what I got working on this next little project that I'm cooking up, brother. You're gonna love this shit. It's gonna be something that goes far beyond augmented reality. I've taken AR to a completely new level with geocaching, collective quantum entanglement. Fucking how do they say? The Human Genome Project, like human consciousness as a whole. Like
Yeah,
I think I've got a way to get everyone kind of on the same boot or shoot page. This is gonna be fucking amazing.
yeah, hell yeah. Shit. Hey, real quick, man. Before I get up out of here, like I said, I still got that judgment from Capital One, man. You think I should vacate that shit while this Bank of America lawsuit still going on, or wait
Yeah,
until
let
the
me pop this. Let me pop this drive up real quick. See if I can find exactly how we should hit that. But yeah, absolutely. There are the post trial motions that you can file, and they will have plenty to do with this. You remember what it was that we were going for when we started thinking with this in the very beginning? I can't recall what it was called.
I don't know.
Appeals, Supreme Court, Higher Court, might be in here.
That Josh Newmark dude, I did
De
watch.
novo. It's de novo. So you're going to look for a de novo, and de novo essentially says that you have new information that had it been available to you, and it's not due to your lack of doing your due diligence, but you have information now that had it been available to you to present to the court in a timely fashion prior, that the judge would have ruled in your favor. And but I mean, I've also got a lot of documents on arguing judicial bias. They're they're very they're very good shit. And I mean, this is written from the perspective of a defense attorney. So also, there's the whole designation record issue that you have. It's you know you've got this, dude. You know.
Yeah.
So would it be post trial or post verdict motions that the judge gave a ruling on it, or the judge yeah did render a ruling on it, correct?
Yeah, like I said, I got that judgment, man. That's why I was trying to see, like, should I fight both these bitches at the same time, or wait until until they do something crazy with that Capital One, and then just hurry up and vacate it. You know what I'm saying?
So
Um,
there's also a few cases that you'd want to look into: Haynes v. Kerner, Twombly, uh, uh, obviously the Trinzi versus Pagliaro, and then there's the Rooker-Feldman doctrine. These things will all kind of play loosely or largely into what you've got going on currently. So, but and I'm sure that you've already put together your statement of points for your appeal for your appellate brief, correct?
for the Bank of America one, yeah, for Capital One, that shit
Yes, sir. Yeah, well, I mean, it has, but it hasn't, brother. It has, but it hasn't. Um, Post trial, you can always bring this shit back up. I don't give a fuck what they say about statute of limitations or tacit admittance or tacit acceptance, silent acquiescence. You are not a person. Those things apply to a dead. It's a creation of the state, a thing that creepeth. It can own no land and possess no titles. It's not.
You say what?
Oh, that what they're talking about is a person, brother. It's not you, not at all.
I'm about to say, I didn't even hear you, man. Like you had went out for a little bit.
Oh, I said what they're coming after. What they're coming after, Calvin, is a person. They're coming after a person. They're not coming after you. You're a man. They're looking for a person. They're looking for all caps, Calvin. You know, with no lowercase letters in his name. That is the furthest thing from you, brother. So I mean, even the styling of the case is fictitious, deceptive, and misleading. And everything that you have put in is true, correct, and not misleading to the best of your knowledge. And you've sworn to all that. You've given your certificate of service at the time, and you followed the rules. You crossed your T's and dotted your lowercase J's. So you're going to be good.
Yeah, man, I got so many fucking sworn affidavits on that damn docket. It's ridiculous, man.
Exactly. And what affidavits did they put in? You need to request that verified complaint. It's not a citation, not a petition. You need something that's been signed under the penalties of perjuries with a wet ink signature and a declaratory statement saying that they've witnessed firsthand that you have done anything, that you owe anybody anything. And even worst case scenario, Cal, if it goes just completely to pot before you go to appeal, it is absolutely critical that you ask that judge before he slams this little baby gavel and goes back there and does some coke and rapes some kids, what species of currency that he would prefer that you pay this supposed debt in. It is absolutely unlawful and illegal for him to demand that you pay it in fucking what they would call floating rate notes or Federal Reserve beggars drafted acceptances and trade acceptances. Those are not for you. There is no way for you to pay a debt unless you pay in fucking beans. You know what I mean? Yeah, corpus delicti too. There is no corpus delicti. So you could say, how's it called? Habeas corpus, corpus delicti. Show me. You can step forward for the named plaintiff and say that you owe them a fucking thing. They wrote that off as they discharged it and wrote it off as a fucking loss. So they've been paid, and then they sold the debt. They've been paid twice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I've just been trying to figure that shit out. Like, should I fight both that Capital One and Bank of America at the same time? 'Cause Blitting Gaines got both of them. Or should I like fuck with one at a time and shit, man? I think I'm man, I don't know. 'Cause like I said, I wanna see if I could erase that Capital One because now I know how to go about it. But it's like I don't think I feel like fucking fighting two crazy ass lawsuits at the same time and shit. Like,
Here, check this shit out, Cal. Can you see the screen right now, brother?
a little bit, yeah.
So this is where you're at right now. You need to be able to put down a challenge to the accountability of the officers that did not respond to your criminal complaints and to your police reports. They they don't have the authority to deny. They have the authority to not investigate for persons. But again, you're a man. They don't have the authority to do that to you. Just like they they couldn't tell you that you must fucking walk backwards. They can't tell you shit. They can't take your birthday. They can't tell you to stay over there. They can't tell you any of that shit. They don't fucking own you. Long time since anybody owned anybody in this fucking country outwardly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Essentially, the vital statistics in the federal government and the states do own us, but they own the corporation. They own a primary security interest in the corporation because they're the one that established it. When they did establish it, you were an unnamed, unknown beneficiary who has not been given his rents, profits, proceeds, rights, dividends, debentures, derivatives, tangibles, general intangibles, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? They've made money off of you. They opened $500,000 for your security with the IRS in Puerto Rico just to prosecute this case against you. You were not cut a check. You weren't given the remainder. So you walk in there and you say there are no facts in dispute before this court. I waive all rights without God. All rights without God. The beneficiary is known. The trustees are present. Or the beneficiary is present. The trustees are known. Now, who is the man that's going to step forward and fucking issue some sort of check to offset and discharge this alleged debt and clear it from your from your record? What they're doing is slandering you. What they're doing is essentially putting you in a situation where you might possibly be denied access to your credit, which is impeding commerce. That's a big fucking deal. You know, impeding commerce is a big deal. Big deal.
It's a lot, but I don't know. I feel like I got it.
So you also have the right to file a writ of mandamus and make the court fucking do their job or prove their authority to do anything. A writ of mandamus says under what authority. You also there's many writs that you can do. And then, like I said, if they don't want to play ball, hit them with complaints for 42-1983. They do not want that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, judicial complaint. Yeah. That's
Yeah. This is where it's at, dude. You're gonna kill this. You're gonna crush this shit, bro. There's not a fucking doubt in my mind. So,
when I do, man. Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna get up there. I'm gonna fuck with you later on, bro.
all right, brother. I'm gonna do copious amounts of drugs and hope that perhaps I will fucking not wake up the next time I go to sleep, which shouldn't be for quite a while because the deprivation is probably the best drug of all, and it costs nothing.
I ain't even mad at you, bro. South. But yeah, Sif, if you ain't busy, man, I fuck with you, man. But yeah, I
Oh
gotta.
yeah, bro. Yeah.
I appreciate you, man. Love, bro. Yeah,
All right. Hell yeah, bro. Love. All right. Cheers.
yeah.
Where's the sandwich? There's more to it. You wanted to. You wanted to specifically get out with you.
All right. So you guys heard it here first.
You took out the phone, right? You got it. Yeah. You still have the phone, right? It wasn't your arms.
So he would have the option to file a motion to reconsider renewal motions, a motion for a new trial, which would be de novo if you want a new judge, new jury, motion to vacate, motion to set aside, correct. Um, absolutely many things. And I do believe that if this goes to the higher courts, that they will send this back. They will remand it back to the lower courts for the fucking erroneous judge to essentially amend or rectify their error. But where it says right here, it must be based on new or different facts. That's absolutely not true. There, a judge can rule in error, and you can absolutely question that. You have every right to. Every state Supreme Court has an ability to have the judge reviewed for disability and for violations of ethics and their canon. It's well known. Like Mike having the dopest of fucking rap bars. Everyone knows that. You don't have the dopest of rap bars. I have the dopest of rap bars. So be sure to eat a fat dick. Except for your mission, you don't have to. You don't have to eat any dick. You're a good dude. You eat whatever you want. Stay off that whiskey. You need to quit fucking with that brown, brother. You need to cut the grass. Directed at a judge, and this is not a judge. This is an administrative law clerk in an admiralty administrative procedure that is not the same thing as a judge. There are no judicial judges. There are only executive judges. They aren't elected the way that you think. They are selected. Every state has a merit selection panels that are consist of local business owners and bar members. So, yeah. Awesome. This is important shit right here. Now, this is California, but anybody that's struggling with custody issues should maybe pay attention to this. A motion for reconsideration for any existing custody orders must be granted if the motion is based on the fact that the other parent was convicted of a crime in connection with falsely accused the moving parent of child abuse. So this is not necessarily a criminal thing. This can be any baseless accusation, any accusation based on hearsay, any accusation in which the attorney was the one that presented the evidence or filed the evidence in the court. Attorney can't file evidence in the court. They can't. It must be the person whose evidence it is. There are many ways to skin a cat. I would like to help all of you, any and all of them, at any point in time, at my expense, and perhaps to my own. How do you say? Bars are better than yours. So, this has been legal advice. We are under attack. This is war. I am not well liked. Chances are you probably are not either.
I'm telling you as Satan.
If I was you, I would hate me too.
I don't want your money. I don't want your worship.
If you wanna come over, all you have to do is this. All you have to do is.
I intend to bring forth heaven and earth and release everybody from bondage. Nobody has to like me, motherfucker. Ignorance of the law excuses no one.
We up. Fuck you. We up.
You're cattle. You produce blood, sweat, and tears equity. You're a soulless sheep.
Fuck you. Wake up.
You need proof of life.
You're officially dead.
Remember Jared from Subway? He's a lot of people.
He's looking good to show you the way.
Well, I think they always want to know, did you really do it? I mean, I think people are still sort of fascinated by that, especially when I'm fucking a kid. You know, I children all over the country and actually all over the world now. And when they see the old...
The post on 4chan uses a profile picture of what appears to be the Grinch in a mask holding a gun.
Trust me. Everything's gonna be fine.
Fair use protected.
Around going through all that trouble to leave one thumbs down on my video. Eat live, fuck assholes.
Fair use protected. Also, eat a dick.
It appears as if many of the most frequently used and simplest words in the English language are loaded with divine hidden symbolism. The word "the" is short for theos. Theos means God in Greek and can be seen in the words theology and theosophical. Also in Spanish.
That is no shit. Also, Theo Huxtable, whose dad was a rapist. About bedtime for you. Not for me, it's fucking met time for Michael. Something about it. I'm gonna take my fucking bird anyway. I would be high as fuck. You low fuck. You get half of one at 5. Pop it up. Okay. Black lungs. And the fucking coal mines popping. Coal mines popping. Fucking turn with the gym. Father drop off. Sound of firecracker mix. Goddamn soda. Left. Vitamin me up. United. See motherfucker. Not stand by me. No. I need too much coke. Reach your motherfucker. Nails popping. Coke. Finish the head's new motherfucker. Same time. No. Got old guys to the next. Or Mac down. 22. Without roll down. No loaded. Micro. Sack chaser. Surrounded by oligarchs and fucking haters. Small people, but see haters. Nah, it's probably just a shitty audio in this motherfucker. Right here, let's pretend to be a fucking engineer. Lost from that pipe. I'll start moving this shit. Piece of fucking toilet paper or something. Drop the fucking rock in there. Up the acid goes. Holy moly, higher than 2 radical. That's and catch stroke. Alright, listen.
I saw they gave it to you.
I got probably 30 minutes left on this dong. It will need a new battery. The battery on it's toast. There's no damage to the drive, but there is some kind of problem with it. I haven't found it. You don't want to step and poop?
It's like water, but it's not like poop.
Like waterproof? Waterproof's like the worst kind.
Wait for it, here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen. I had that distinct pleasure of being Think Narratives for you, the one and only Kevin Michael Sauber. Thank you very much. Tomorrow I will be history. Let's give away, brothers and sisters. Cheers.